Laverne Cox didn't hold back during her appearance on The View, where she openly criticized President Donald Trump's recent executive orders regarding gender identity. The orange is the new black star, known for her activism within the transgender community, called the orders illegal and expressed concern over their broader impact on trans rights in America. Cox was joined by comedian George Wallace to discuss their new series, Clean Slate, but the conversation quickly shifted to politics when co-host Ana Navarro asked for her thoughts on Trump's latest actions. Trump recently signed an executive order titled Defending Women from Gender Ideology Extremism and Restoring Biological Truth to the federal government. The order affirms that federal agencies must recognize only two biological sexes, male and female, effectively erasing language recognizing gender identity. Additionally, Trump signed the No Men in Women's Sports Order, which mandates that eligibility for women's sports must be determined by biological sex rather than gender identity or hormone levels. These orders have reignited debates over transgender rights, sparking both praise and outrage across the country. Cox, who has long been an outspoken advocate for transgender rights, argued that these policies are not only discriminatory, but also unconstitutional. Everything he's doing is illegal, by the way, she said firmly. She pointed out that while anti-trans legislation has been growing at the state level for years, these executive orders mark a dangerous shift in targeting transgender Americans on a federal scale. For years, families with trans kids have been forced to relocate. Parents have been criminalized. Now it's happening on a national level, she explained. She also made it clear that the real problems facing everyday Americans have nothing to do with transgender issues. At the end of the day, trans people make up less than 1% of the population, Cox said passionately. We are not the reason you can't afford eggs. We're not the reason your rent is too high or why healthcare is out of reach. The government is focusing on the wrong 1%. Her remarks were met with nods from the panel, including co-host Sunny Hostin, who has previously expressed support for LGBTQ+ rights. Cox ended the discussion with hope that these orders would face legal challenges, calling them horrible and expressing faith in the courts to strike them down. This is about love. This is about human dignity. And I truly believe that people will continue to fight for what is right, she concluded. As the debate over transgender rights continues, voices like Cox's remain crucial in keeping the conversation focused on fairness, equality, and the protection of all citizens under the law.